So it was shortly after I moved here. I didn't know anybody. I mean, I was fresh in LA. The person who enrolled me, an ex of mine, actually, he put me onto this, and he lives in Canada. So I was like, kind of feeling like by myself out here, but he put me on, and it's changed my life, blessed my life, upgraded, elevated. I mean, everything possible. When I saw this, I was doing the most. I'm an esthetician, so I'm in skincare. I do still work. I manage a skincare studio in Beverly Hills currently, but not so currently with COVID because, haha, we've been closed since March. And but at the time I was a new esthetician, so I had no clients. So what that really meant is on Saturdays, I would go from the salon to hostess at a steakhouse to work at a nightclub. So on Saturdays, I worked from 9 a.m. to 5 a.m. and it was insane. I was also modeling at the time, so I always had, my agent was always hitting me up, and it was an insane time in my life. And I knew I wanted more, but I didn't know how to get more. So when I moved to LA, again, I was working as an esthetician. I was running, I'm sure you guys are familiar with Postmates or Uber Eats. I was running that around like crazy. And Mike, who put me on, he's like, there's a better way, you know, to spend your time. And I started learning that. And the first RTE that I attended was on St. Patrick's Day. And it was the first social event out here in LA that I had actually been invited to, not the RTE, but like friends that I had met in LA. And I was like, oh, I'm making friends. I'm so excited. And then Mike told me that the RTE was the same day. And I'm like, what the heck? But I knew that I needed a change. So I canceled on my new LA friends. They all thought I was crazy, and went to the RTE, and game over since then. I'm sure a lot of you know how the trainings are. And I mean, our training is just phenomenal. So, and here we are today. Yeah, I'm just hit director, and I'm blessed. I'm really blessed. I'm excited.
That is super phenomenal, Jessica. Thank you so much. So I did not know a lot of those things. I think Kylie would have been the closest one to maybe know some of that. I've heard that she stayed with you in Vegas at least a few years back for the View. So no, that's very insightful for this group. And to start off, I mean, I'm sure you kind of thought of some things leading to this call. I mean, I got tons of different questions, but you know, for me, I want to open it up to the group. You know, if you have something that immediately is coming from your heart, Jessica, you could feel free to say that. But otherwise, I would love to have somebody, if they would, come off of mute if they have a question for Jessica. You know, hearing her story and the way that she's growing, this girl seems like, I mean, she's putting in people every single day. So does anybody off the top of their head have any questions for her before I ask her something?
I have one.
Who is
that?
Victoria?
Hey, I'm Victoria. I'm in Des Moines, Iowa. What is something you do consistently every day to help build your business?
Yeah, I mean, so I've been involved for 4.5 years now. So I wholeheartedly believe warm market, you know, I'm on team Get Paid Nation. So Eric Grzybowski always says you only go warm, or you only go cold to get back to warm, right? So, but I worked through my warm market, my hot market, but I definitely, new people start there. I mean, it's people who you know, love, and trust, right? They're gonna get in. I had a guy earlier today, we showed his friend, and she's like, okay, well, I trust you, so sure. Like, it's like, it just moves faster that way. But as far as consistency, I mean, I very literally, Darren Walker actually taught me this. I set alarms on my phone for every 2 hours, and I reach out to people on Instagram. So again, I wouldn't start there. However, with it being quarantine, with it being 2020, I mean, people are a lot more, I think, familiar and comfortable, I guess, making friends online. Like, it doesn't seem weird anymore. So every 2 hours, I have an alarm set, and I message, it's a little iffy, like 8 to 10 people, because I've been blocked before, so you can't go too ham. But I'm just showing people love on their pages. Like, you know, I'm like, what up, girl? Your page is dope, or like, awesome vibes, or I see you're a hard worker, and only genuine compliments. So I'm never going to say something to somebody that I don't mean, because I think that goes a long way as well. And then naturally, people are going to show you love back, and they're going to be like, your page is awesome. What do you do? Or, oh my gosh, thank you for taking the time to see me, to send me this message. Like, have a great day. And even if that's all that it is, then, you know that you've blessed somebody with a compliment. But a lot of times it just starts that natural conversation. And what I like too is, I feel like, let's say I reach out to 30 people today. maybe only 5 people respond, but then next week, maybe 10 more people respond. So it keeps me in that constant zone of always having people to talk to. It's a rare day if I'm like struggling to get somebody to talk to, because I've gotten really good at consistency per our leadership, of course, at consistency to just always, always, always have those conversations going. So I hope that was helpful. Cool.
Victoria with the thumbs up. Anybody else have a question?
I have a question.
Okay, we got Kylie and then we'll go Sean. We'll go in order.
I'm sure you get this question a lot, especially for females. How do you approach a male without them thinking that you want to do more than just a World Ventures opportunity?
For sure. Girl, it's rough. So when I first got started, I had a lot of guys join my team, and I learned very quickly that they were not interested in World Ventures, but they were interested in dating. And it just was it was hard. You know what I mean? Like, the team was growing, but not really, because it wasn't like genuine, I didn't feel like, and it's rough. So I've learned to just be really, really straightforward. I mean, I personally typically just reach out to females unless the guys, I'm just talking about social media, or like if I meet you in person, unless you have like that really professional stature about yourself that I can just have that honest conversation with you. But guys that I do hit up, again, I kind of like to pre-qualify people, right? So if your page is like you smoking and partying and this, that, and the other, like we're not even going to start on an even playing field. So I like to pre-qualify people first. And if they seem professional and seem like there's someone I can have a conversation with, then I'm just really honest from the jump, honestly. Like, hey, I just want to keep this totally professional so that there's no questions asked, so that nobody's confused. You look like a sharp guy. Do you keep room in your life for more income? If not, no big deal. Have a great day. So I just make it really clear from the beginning what my intentions are. Even the other day, like I had a guy, he hit me up and he's like, hey, what do you do? And I was like, awesome, I would love to share with you. Let's hop on a Zoom and, I'll show you. And he's like, oh, are you trying to video chat? And I'm like, no, like I'm trying to put you on. I'm trying to give you vision and freedom and wealth and all of these things. And like, you hit me up. So I just had that posture with him. And then he was like, oh, my bad. And he was like, I didn't even mean it like that. And I'm like, but that's how it sounds disrespectful to me. So I explained to him where I was coming from, because I do take this seriously. This is my business. This does change people's lives. And if you're worried about us going to dinner tonight, but my vision is a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, like we don't even have anything to talk about. So I just keep it very almost serious. Like I'm not as playful with guys either that I would be with a female. And any emoji, like no winkies, no smiley faces. Like it's either like a fire emoji or like that. I like the one that blows smoke out of his nose. So, because they're gonna respond to the attitude and the demeanor that you bring. Like they'll feed off that, and they'll see if you're serious, then they'll be serious, or they weren't serious from the beginning, and that's cool. Next,
I don't know about everybody else. That was fire. Kind of like that. Mr. Sean, Mr. Adams, brother, sorry that I heard Kylie first. So I hope that's okay. Yeah, I see you have a question, bro. What's going on?
I don't anymore. That was my question as of right now. But no, I'm here to listen, and I'm sure I'm going to have a question here pretty soon. Jessica, we appreciate you being on here. What you said so far is fire. So I will probably have a question. Kylie kind of took the one out of my mouth, so we can just keep it rolling.
Perfect. Thank you.
Perfect. And Jess, how are we doing with time here? Because I know
I'm good. I have one of my girls I'm really excited for her. She's a few away from senior rep, so we're doing calls all night. I just told her I'd hit her up when I'm done with this, but I'm here to serve, so whatever.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I appreciate that. All right. So a question for me, because I do know this, you and I had a phone call yesterday about this. So most people don't know. So guys, for those of you that may have followed Jessica on social media to kind of see, her doing lady boss things, was so crazy is that she hit a rank in a very quick period of time compared to most. then backtracked. Jess, can you please talk about that? Because, it's super crazy. People are, you want to hold on to what you got, right? You don't want to lose it. So I think this will be really inspirational to hear it coming from you as to what happened with your organization.
Yeah, for sure. Man, so yeah, I got involved and I hit senior rep. So I got involved New Year's Eve, and then I hit senior rep around Thanksgiving. So it was like 10 and a half, 11 months or so. So within my first year. And so in my head, I was like, cool, like that's cool. Like I hit senior rep, director, MD, year after year after year. But we know success doesn't go in a straight line. It goes and then way over here and then hopefully comes back, right? No, it does, of course. But so it was crazy because in my mind, I guess I felt like I was good. Like I felt like I was on the path. And not that I hit senior rep super fast or anything like that, but in my head, I was like, cool, the first year. And so I hit it. And then I lost it for like a year. Like it was a significant amount of time. And in World Ventures, I mean, I'm grateful for it, but they always honor your highest rank, right? So I was still seen as a senior rep. I could still go to the senior rep meetings. And I was right there, which almost made it worse. Like I was still like in the 20s the whole time. I was like, come on. Like it was just like, let's go. But I just couldn't get it back. And for I counted, or I looked it up specifically right before this call, it was 3.5 years. I mean, I got it back. And then 3.5 years, I was a senior rep. Like that's a long time. And honestly, just stayed plugged in. I mean, I've been at every event. I've been on, as many calls as possible. And people just think I'm a people person because that blue comes out of me because I get excited around people. But there are days that I don't want to, y'all, like for real. Like you don't just always want to. So there's days I'm just like, let's keep going. And I guess for me, it's like on the days I wanted to quit, it's like quit and do what? Like, what is the other option? Go work 3-4 jobs again? Go be told, and I'm still working. So don't get me wrong, but it's like, I have more freedom at my job. Actually, thank you, World Ventures. Thank you, God. I've actually been promoted at my job. And I think that's fully because of World Ventures. So this can bless you in so many different ways. But I just stayed plugged in because in my head, and Tyler, I know I told you this yesterday, and I'm taking this from somebody, I don't know who, but they're like, you want to quit, wait until tomorrow, so you're always waiting till tomorrow, of course, so then you're never quitting. If you want to quit, wait until tomorrow. And that really, I'm like getting goosebumps because I've felt that way before. And I'm just like, man, like this isn't going as fast as I want it to, but you really, really don't realize the work that's being done within you and that personal development. And I stayed plugged in and stayed the course, and not going to sit at director as long as I sat at senior rep. I can tell you that. But it's been a journey. And yeah, I guess in the back of my head, it was quit and do what? Like for me, this is it. I don't have a college degree, nothing like that. I know nothing about business prior to being involved in World Ventures. This is it. This is my plan A through Z. Like it is taken over in the best way. And I also looked before I got on this call, I have 206 personals that I've enrolled, only 43 active personals currently. So like when people are like, oh, I had a couple people quit, I'm like, and like, what? Like, are you serious? Like people will quit. So, and I wish people told me that earlier too, because I would be like upset, and then I was taking it personally, and it has nothing to do with you when people quit. Like it really doesn't. And I mean this in the most humble way, but there is not, whatever that number is out of the 206 people, only the 43 actives currently, whatever that number is that quit, like there's not one of their lives that I want. Like, and I mean that in the best way, but they don't have freedom. I want freedom. I don't want to check my bank account or my schedule for when I can do stuff. You know what I mean? So my dad died when I was 18, and I was not ready for that. It was horrible. It's still horrible. And it's been really important to me to take my mom all these places. So because of World Ventures, just last year, we went to Egypt, we went to Dubai, we went to Abu Dhabi. Like, are you kidding me? Like, none of those people that quit are doing that. So again, it's quit and do what? Go back to work more? Like, I'm good. Like, I'll keep moving forward with World Ventures. I'll hop on another Zoom call. Like, pick your heart, right? So that's just kind of what's kept me going, is just this is it. This is the freedom. I don't know where else on the planet we could get this. So I'm here. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Swoop! Amen. That was awesome. I freaking love that. I know I saw Sean comment in the box, LOL. I think that yes from Kat. I think we got a lot of people that appreciate that. Is there, guys? I got a flood ton of questions. Anybody else got a question first before I ask something else? Jess, we're really appreciating this. This is more fire than you know.
I'm happy to be here.
I have another question.
Thank you, Kylie. Go ahead.
Okay, so you said you were at your plateau of senior rep for a long time. What was something that you did? Like, what did your normal day look like, just to keep yourself like accountable and like staying active?
I think it was a lot of personal development, just a lot. I mean, like when I got involved with this, I loved to party. Like I said, my ex brought me on and we're good. He's still in the business and all that. Like we're good, but I had a really hard breakup. Like I went through a lot of stuff. I had family deaths and, life happens. Like, so I had to really keep my mind strong. And it was hard. Those 3.5 years were hard, like, because I took it really, really personally. But I was listening to, I don't even remember. Dang, someone the other day was talking about this, but I think it was Terry Camp actually. He's like, you get involved in World Ventures and you just, for some reason, think that all these hundreds of people are just gonna follow you. And he's like, that doesn't even make sense, because it's like, how many people in the world even do you know that people just follow? Like, that's not the way it works. You have to be someone worth following. So I really worked on myself, I guess, to answer your question, not to take it personally, but also personal enough in the fact that I had to take responsibility for my business. You know what I mean? And I didn't blame it on anybody. I just took accountability and really locked into personal development. I mean, I listened to as much World Ventures as I can, but also network marketing as a whole. I think it's important to understand our industry and to really, really have belief in our industry. I didn't really know a lot about network marketing, but you have to really believe in what we're doing. We have a hard task sometimes going up against people who think what we're doing isn't even legal. That can be a challenge. So day-to-day personal development, getting in a good cardio session. I think it's important. Drink your water, like just basic things. I think it's important to sweat and feel good and talk positive. I'm all about positive affirmations. There was a time I had them all over my wall. Just, I am worthy, like simple things. I'm worthy. I am a leader. I believe in myself. I am a director. I think I had 60/60 up at that time, and just really instilling in my brain subconscious things that would just take over. And I really trained my brain. When I had a negative thought, like I would just pull it back to positive. Like I'm all about finding the silver lining, because it's a rough world out there and there's a lot of negativity and we can get down really, really quickly. And it would be silly to say that I don't ever feel that way, because I do. So I think it's just that I think for me, it was a daily decision, Kylie, that I made that was just like, I can do better. If I can just be a little bit better than myself, no competition either, because that ish is a mofo. Like that will eat you up really fast. It's hard. It's hard when you see other people winning, and it sucks when people get in and they hit director in like 20 days. You're like, are you kidding me? Like, and it sucks. Like you're happy for them, but it doesn't change the fact, at least for me, I was like, bro, really? So it was a daily decision that I made. And kind of going back to the quit and do what? Like if I quit legitimately, what am I going to go do? Get another job? Like that to me, I didn't want to do that. So just that daily decision is really the best way I can answer it. Personal development and action. I mean, action cures everything. Action cures everything. If people are quitting, show more people. If your team isn't moving, show more people. If you're not moving, show more people. And you'll just get that momentum going. Start conversations with people. I had like the 6 foot rule, when we could stand within 6 feet of people, that you're just starting conversations with people. So action, personal development, those help me at least every single time, plugging in, that sort of thing. Okay, I'm like, the thumbs up, I love it. Thanks, girl.
Very cool. Sean, I see you came off mute here, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, real quick. I mean, man, wow. This is. I feel like this is where I feel like we got an IMD on here. You know, it's. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. You know, I can see you hitting IMD very, very soon. Just, but my question is, and I think it would help our team a lot. And we kind of went over this last week with Melanie Levitz. What's your invite? I think that's where a lot of people struggle with. They don't have that confidence in their invite, and you know, it's just so. What's your invite? I guess.
Yeah.
Right. Especially right now during everything that's going on.
Yeah. And that's a great question. And it has changed with everything going on. And I love that we're a company too. I love that you said that we talk about what's going on right now. We don't talk about what happened 10 years ago. Like we talk about right now. So for me, you know, I've been in for a while on cold market primarily, which again, wouldn't recommend for your new people. Well, let me start there. For new people, for building through, one of my friends was just talking to me about this. He's like, you just enrolled a new person, right? Like just then, you're on a Zoom with them, they just enrolled, and you're like, who's the first person you want to share with? I want to show you how easy this is. So I haven't been doing a list. I haven't been making it more complicated. Just let me show you how easy this is. So that's what I've been doing with my new people. But for me personally, I use Instagram a lot, like I said, and I like to kind of like X out any objection before they can hit me with it. Like I want to be in control of the conversation, and I want to know where the conversation's going. So I hit people up. Primarily females, that's just me personally, or a guy, like I said, if they look really professional. And I like this is kind of my system. I like three or four of their photos, so I like get their attention, and then I'll inbox them. And I'll say, for females, I'm like, pretty page, chica, and like a little heart. Or like with a guy, I'll be like, hey, if you're interested in connecting on a professional level, like get back with me. I might have something for you. If not, no big deal. But typically with women, I like 3 of their photos. I inbox them, pretty page, chica. Then if they write me back, so that's my first. I want them to write me back. I want to start a conversation. So they say, thank you. And then I say, you are so welcome. I say, no pressure, but your vibes are dope. I love connecting with like-minded women. I'm working on something major involving travel. Now with the travel, in parentheses, I write when we can. So I'm aware we're in quarantine. I don't need anybody being like, well, we can't travel. So I'm already like Xing that out. So I say, if you leave room for more travel, in parentheses, when we can, or income, in parentheses, now, if either of those could be a blessing to you, please get back to me. If not, no big deal, keep shining. And that's the message that I send out over and over and over and over again. I've been blocked from Instagram on several occasions because you can send out too many messages. But that way people know, me personally, I haven't had luck with strangers being like, hey, I'm going to give you 0 information, but will you download this app and then like, let me see your face? Like, I don't know. I've never had luck with that. And I know, honestly, this isn't the way that we typically tell people to do it, but I feel like I have been using travel and income, and it either works or it doesn't, but it does work. I mean, it does. Like, and that way people have a little bit of what you're talking about. And then if they start to ask questions, I'm just like, I'll answer everything on Zoom. But I do like to X out the travel, thing for them to say, if that makes sense. So that's what I've been doing. Okay, cool.
Yeah, definitely.
See the message with you.
Yeah. No, you're good. My bad. No, that makes sense. That makes totally sense. Makes sense.
Yeah. And a lot of people, people are realizing that an extra stream of income, it's not a luxury anymore. It's a necessity. Like, we need it. So I think, I really believe now is the time. And I think people are more open than at least I've been having more success with people being open to it. I really haven't heard the word pyramid scheme in a while. I mean, maybe once every blue moon, but it's not something really frequently that I get. I think network marketing as a whole is really on a come up, and there's all these different brands out there, which is great. So I'm just a big supporter of network marketing as a whole. And I think now's the time. I'm excited.
Any other questions? We'll give maybe we'll do two last questions. If not one.
Hey, I got a couple questions.
All right. And please say your name and what your question is, brother.
My name is Phil. I just signed up yesterday, and
Thanks,
I
Phil.
was talking. What's up with you? I was talking to my wife about signing up and stuff, and we were trying to see, like, do we have to sign up separately, or can we, you know what I'm saying, like, combine our points or what are our fees or whatever it is,
You guys are good.
and
You can use the same membership.
we can use the same membership.
Yep.
Like if we wanted to go on a trip, like, you know what I'm saying, and then if she wanted to add if she had some people that she wanted to add, they would just sign up under me, and we would both be credited for that, but it would be under my name. Or can I add her name?
Yeah, it would all you guys can just share the account. So you got it. You got it. I can call you after too. I can call you after too and go over everything with you more in depth. But everything you said is correct.
So with the membership, how many kids can attend before they add additional fees as far as going on a trip?
So it's a little different for every trip. I'm gonna hit you up after when we're finished. Just a lot of these people have been in for a while, so I don't want to answer just like the simple membership questions. So I will hit you after, and I will go through everything with you. Is that cool?
That's cool.
Okay, awesome.
Rock solid. Thank you for the question, Phil. Any other questions here? Last question I'll ask Jess to kind of, bring this to a close. As far as presenting, there's a lot of different ways that we can present. For me, any which way that I can use, I'll do it. What would you say is working best for you? Why, maybe you use everything. Why do you use everything in different situations? If you could talk on that, that'd be great.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm Team Zoom all day, every day. I'm on Get Paid Nation. I'm on Dr. David Helgeson and Crystal's team. They've just been killing it lately. And I was pressing play a lot, and there's nothing wrong with press play. For me, it was a little bit impersonal, and I think I was acting like it wasn't impersonal, even though I knew it was, because the Zoom is more work. And I was like, whatever, press play totally works. Like, I've enrolled people that way, but it's like, which is true. I have enrolled a lot of people off the video, so there's nothing wrong with it. But I really, truly noticed that my numbers got a lot stronger once I started using Zooms. And I've been implementing that with my team as well. So I have the video for I'm hopping on a plane. We've tried to connect 18 different times. Oh my gosh, let me send you this video. So I do use it as kind of a last resort type situation. If just timing's really, really of the essence or something like that. And like I said, I've enrolled people off the video, so it's no shade or anything like that, but I really, truly noticed the difference once I started doing Zooms. And we've only been doing silver. I mean, I say verbally there's 4 memberships. I say there's $1,000 membership, a $300 membership, a $200 membership, but I'm going to put you on because I don't know you very well and I'm not trying to play you. Everything I just showed you is $25 a month. And I pause, I'm waiting for a round of applause or something because it's insane to me. So that's kind of the way that I've been doing it. And all that to say is my Zooms are very, very, very fast. I mean, 15 minutes would be long. I run through it. It's very simple. I'm you type in where you want to go, the savings pop up. The money is residual. We make money as a team. So of course I say a few more words than that, but it's simple. You don't want to overcomplicate it for anybody. I mean, myself included. So Zoom, but yeah, I noticed a significant difference with Zooms, especially with new people. You can't trust them, for lack of a better word, not in a bad way, but to send the video and call them and answer their questions. They're not going to be able to. Who would? It's a completely new industry. So it doesn't make sense to get in all these new people and then just throw them to the wolves. I don't know, send them the video and answer their questions and then call me if they want to enroll. That doesn't even make sense. You need to help them with the system. And that's something that I've struggled with is duplication. Like I said, I have 206 personals, which is a fair amount, but I've struggled with duplication. And that's really, really helped me is hopping on Zooms. And they're quick. They don't have to take, you can still watch your Netflix at the end of the day. You can show, 10 people in a couple hours and then go about your day, run your errands, work out, take the kids wherever, that sort of thing. But Zooms, I'm Team Zoom. Team Zoom.
I love that. Thank you very much. And I lied. I actually have one last question because you actually hit this, and this is something that I feel like this question. There's a lot of new people that I recorded this whole call, so this will be cool. I'll get it to you, Jess. Posture is something that is not talked about, but you feel it when you sign up. So how important is posture in this profession?
Very. I mean, I need to put it back, but I used to have, I'm trying to think of the exact verbiage, but it said something like, I am the best closer in the world, or something along those lines that I had on my laptop. And I think, before most Zooms, sometimes I'm so caught up and forget, but I'm just like, God, just give me the right words. Like, I got this. And I just go into it with assuming the sale. And I mean, at the end of the day, if they say no, no big deal. But I honestly feel bad for people when they say no. And I've started taking accountability for it because I'm like, did I not speak a big enough vision? And it's hard. That's been a little thing too. Like, I think it's hard sometimes since the 25 is such a quick decision. It's like, you don't want to, like I just said, simplicity, right? So you don't want to go on and on and on and on when it's 2 10s and a 5. But at the end of the day, you want to say a little bit to have them really realize how big this is. But yeah, posture is everything. And I mean, I had a guy the other day, I don't know, was just super negative, Nancy. And I just answered all of his questions really cool, calm, collected. And, I think he was taken back a little bit with the way that I handled his questions. I think he thought like he was throwing some jabs, and then I came back with the uppercuts, and it was game over. But, but yeah, posture is really key. And just, we have the deal. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. I don't care if you're wealthy or broke, or you need time, or you need help in your marriage, or you have a drinking problem. I mean, I have seen World Ventures fix more people's lives in more people's ways than anything else I've ever seen besides God on the planet. I mean, and that is just the truth. And we have the deal. So I know it does not matter what your problem is. It doesn't matter what your struggle is. I can, like, I'm the bridge between you and your future with World Ventures. Like, I got you, I will help you, but this is the answer. So I've started taking responsibility too, that A, I feel bad for people when they say no, because I know what they're saying no to. But B, I just make sure that they follow me on social media to hopefully this can be a blessing for them one day. And yeah, we have it. I mean, we have it. It's us. And I think that posture comes easily when you truly believe that. You're not faking it. It's like, I truly believe that wholeheartedly. And so I think it makes it easy. I think it makes it easy. It's light work. It's light work. We got the deal. We have Wayne Nugent. Are you kidding me? Like, we got it.
Woo! Thank you, Jess. God bless you. You are an absolute rock star. We are so grateful. Everybody, please come off of mute and say thank you, Jess.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jess.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys so much.
Yay.
Yes, Jess, thank you. And guys, you all have a great night.
Hi,
Let's do this.
Jess.
Thank you guys. I appreciate you all. Good night.
Bye.
Phew.